Hi, Jeff here, Mr. Carburetor. Now that we've added the sand to our carbureted hopper system, we put on our carburetor and our regulator gauge. Now we can hook up our gun to the hopper and the pressure washer, and we can start doing some wet blasting. So the advantage of the carburetor system is that we're able to use this compressed air and force it into the carburetor, and that's going to help drive the media through the hose. And we're going to be able to drive the media more smoothly and at a longer distance. And we're also going to be able to work with heavier media. Now, for example, in this test right now, I'm using a 20 grit sand, which is really, really heavy because max strip PT2 is about 30, and glass beads are maybe 40, and sodium bicarbonate is 60. So this is really heavy. So if we can get our system tuned up and working for a heavier media, it's going to be a snap to work with the lighter medias. So why don't we turn on our pressure washer now, and we can adjust our pressure regulator gauge, and we can help drive this media through, and we can demonstrate and test for ourselves how much smoother the media flows. So we've got our air compressor on. The next thing to do now is to turn down this gauge and open this gauge up. So now we're allowing the 125 psi here to flow into our carburetor. We do have this valve open, we have our media valve open, and our hose is connected with 50 feet. So if we turn this up now, we should be able to blow some media through our line. So let's take our hose off, and you can see the media starting to flow here. It's a nice steady stream, and we're going to keep our gauge between probably at medium because the sand is so heavy. If it was a lighter media, we could turn it down even more. So it looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now is just put our hose on it right now, and now we're driving media into the system, and we've got a control valve here. Now once this gets activated with the Venturi suction, you're going to have this pulling on the media and that pushing it, so it should be a nice steady stream of media. And so let's give it a shot. Let's turn it all on. And then we can practice on these porcelain tiles here. So basically that's the operation in your carburetor mode. You could see how well the media was flowing through 50 feet. It was pretty continuous, and the carburetor really helps blow that media through the line. And one thing you can also do too is run this in a standard mode. And what we can do here is we can turn this air off, this valve, and this is off. If we open up our vent, then we're basically run it in a standard mode. So why don't we do that also? I'll turn on the system and we're still going to be able to pull some media. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see, even in standard mode with the vent open and the air closed, it runs. You know, it's pulling media, which is a very heavy media. It's the industrial sand 20 grit. It's pulling it from the hopper and through 50 feet of hose. However, when I was looking at the hose, it doesn't look as smooth as with the carburetor. In fact, it's really chunky, and it's amazing how much better performance you get with the carburetor. It just really makes the whole system run so much better. Another thing I like about it too is this hose has a tendency to get a little wet occasionally because of water dribbling back, and that air helps to keep it running smoother, given a little bit of trapped air in here. And in fact, you can use your air compressor now to blow out the whole hose to dry it out if you ever have to. So overall, the Venturi assisted carburetor is really the good way to go for professionals who use the glass bead and the Max Strip PT2, and you need to get a further distance. So why don't we right now just blow out our hose, clean it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take off our air compressor hose and put on our fitting, and I think I'll just undo this right here. And what I'm going to do is just blow the air into here, and we'll just clean out our hose, get all the air and not air, but all the sand and any moisture, and I'll hold it down right here, and let's see if we blow out all this sand. Okay, here we go. So there you go. See, it's really nice to have that compressed air on the job site to clean out, to clean out your air hose. There you go. So that's it. Now if we want, we can just put this back onto our regulator assembly. Remember to always close this valve first, like this. And we're back in operation. So I hope this video helps explain what the carburetor does and why it's important and how it can help you add income to your jobs when you're working out in the field.
Thank you.